Novitas Solutions, a CMS contractor, welcomes you to the On-Demand Education Series. This on-demand tutorial is a general summary that explains certain aspects of the Medicare program, but it is not a legal document. The official Medicare program provisions are contained in the relevant laws, regulations, and rulings. The information enclosed was current at the time it was presented. Medicare policy changes frequently. Links to the source documents have been provided within the document for your reference. This presentation was prepared as a tool to assist providers and is not intended to grant rights or impose obligations. Throughout this module, you will see a citation number behind certain elements of information as shown in the example below. This citation number coincides with the transcript document positioned next to the Play Now icon you selected on the Training Videos Click and Play page on the Novitas Solutions website. The citation and associated hyperlink to the resource described in the module will be found on the transcript under footnotes for each slide.
Novitas On-Demand Education Series, Getting Started with the Fiscal Intermediary Standard System, Part 1, Access, Navigation, and Functions. FISS Introduction. FISS. The FISS is the standard Medicare Part A claims processing system, which allows you to perform several functions such as key claims directly online, check claim status, correct, adjust, and cancel claims, access revenue codes, HCPCS codes, and procedure code inquiry files, access the reason code and adjustment reason code inquiry files, inquire about beneficiary eligibility, and/or review claim count summary. In this module, which is the first installment of a 5-part series, we will discuss the access, navigation, and functions of FISS. Obtaining access to FISS. Access to FISS. To obtain access to the FISS system, you will need a unique logon ID, also known as the RACF ID. Before you can submit an application to obtain a RACF ID, you need to meet 2 requirements first. Requirement 1, you need to make sure that you are enrolled for electronic billing. If you are not already enrolled, you will need to complete an Electronic Data Interchange (EDI) enrollment form. Requirement 2, you will need to contract with a vendor. A vendor is needed because the FISS requires a secure telecommunication connection from your facility. Once you are enrolled for electronic billing and have contracted with a vendor, you may submit the FISS enrollment application to obtain your RACF ID. Please note that the RACF ID is unique to you and should not be shared or used by anyone other than you. This includes supervisors, managers, or third-party billers. RACF IDs that are shared will be deleted immediately, so please keep that in mind. Also, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, requires annual recertification of every user that has access to the FISS system. Please refer to the Novitas Solutions Annual Recertification of Part A Fiscal Intermediary Standard System Users article for additional information on the recertification process. By understanding the recertification process, you can ensure you do not lose your access unnecessarily. RACF ID Passwords. As with majority of the passwords we have these days, the RACF ID password rules are just as complex. The RACF ID password must contain at least 1 number, 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, and 1 of these special characters, the @ pound, or $ symbol. A new password must be different from the previous 12 passwords, and at least 4 characters must be changed from those used in the previous password. Please note that passwords expire every 30 days, so you will need to come up with something creative that follows these rules every month. Information on the password rules and password reset instructions have been provided for you. As always, should you have any problems or need assistance, please contact the Novitas Customer Contact Center. Logging on. Sign-on screen. Seen here is the FISS sign-on screen. Enter the RACF ID assigned to you and the creative password you came up with. FSS0. After you hit enter, you will see a blank screen. You will type FSS0 to prompt access to the FISS application. Main menu. Once you're logged in, you will see the FISS main menu. Since we're discussing access, navigation, and functions, these main menu options will be reviewed in the subsequent installments of this FISS series. Movement within, among screens. Tabbing. Let's talk about moving within a screen. If you're familiar with the FISS system, you know that the Tab key is your best friend. You will use the Tab key to move through all available fields within a screen. Of course, if you hit the Tab key and it skips over a field, that means the field is not applicable for the type of bill, date of service, or some other factor for the claim you are entering or adjusting. If you want to go to a previous field, you can use Shift plus Tab to move backwards. Of course, you can always use your mouse to click on a field, but the Tab key offers a quick alternative. Function keys. The FISS uses program function keys, which are the F keys at the top of your keyboard, to move among screens and execute action. Keep in mind that the function keys, which is what we're looking at in this listing, are for movement among screens and not movement within screens. Remember, the Tab key is used for movement within a screen, so these function keys will be used to page forward, backwards, up, down, etc. In addition to moving among screens, there are two function keys that are used to execute an action, and that would be F9 and F4. F4 is used to terminate a session and exit you from the system. F9 is used to store or update a claim. You must remember to use this key to store any data you have entered. If you accidentally hit F4 while you're entering or updating information, it will exit the claim you're working on, terminate the session, and you will have to start all over. So please try to be wary of accidentally hitting the F4 key before you can store or update your claim with F9. Screen Control Shortcut SC. The Screen Control or Shortcut SC option allows a user to jump from one system application to another without losing place within a claim. For example, if you are adjusting a claim and forget a reason code narrative, you can enter option 17 in the Screen Control or Shortcut SC field in the upper left-hand corner of a screen to access the reason code inquiry menu without backing out to the FISS main menu. Once you receive the reason code narrative, you will be able to use function key F3, exit to previous screen, to return to your claim and finish the adjustment. This concludes our first video of the FISS series. Please review subsequent installments of this FISS series for additional information on claim page fields and accessing inquiry menus.
Thank you for attending. We encourage you to visit our website, www.novitas-solutions.com, to access additional resources and participate in our educational events. Visit our education and training page to access the most current Medicare education.